to see what's going on?
You want to do a moment of silence? We're good? Okay, we're live. All right, everybody, welcome to the May 25th, 2022 Town of Chester Town Board Meeting. Linda, would you please do the roll call?
Supervisor Valentine.
Here.
Councilman Ardisana.
Here.
Councilman Courtney.
Here.
Councilman Holdridge.
Here.
Councilwoman Smith.
Here.
Okay, will everybody please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would everybody please remain standing for a moment of silence for the victims of the shooting in Uvalde, Texas, the children that were murdered senselessly. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Okay, first thing we have to do, we have a public hearing this evening for the, I love the name of this thing for some reason, CDBG grant. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing in regard to CDB 2023 grant?
I'll make the motion to open up the public hearing for the CDBG grant.
I'll second it.
Okay, do we have all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we're opening the public hearing. You have the notice? There's the notice. Okay, take notice that on May 25th, 2022, or soon thereafter, that as the matter can be heard, a public hearing will be held before the town board of the town of Chester, located at 1786 Kings Highway, Chester, New York, inviting the public comment and suggestions regarding projects to be considered for housing and urban development funding under the Orange County Office of Community Development Block Grant Entitlement Program. Under the CDBG program, a variety of projects, including but not limited to those listed below, can potentially be eligible for funding. Acquisition and disposition of real property, public works, public facilities and site improvements, code enforcement, health codes, clearance, demolition, rehabilitation for public use, special projects for elderly and handicapped, provision of public services, shelters, clinics, senior nutrition, etc., payment of non-federal shares of other grant programs. The town of Chester will be considering projects to be submitted to the Orange County Community Development Office CDBG Entitlement Program, the deadline for which is Friday, June 24th, 2022. Okay, so town of Chester is looking to obtain whatever grants possible for the town of Chester. Some target grants for us would be handicapped accessibility, disabilities, access and reconstruction of certain facilities such as perhaps town hall, a building department area, and some other items around the town. So the floor is open. Would anybody like to speak on the block grant? Going once, going twice, 3 times. Do we have anybody at home that'd like to speak?
I have nothing.
Okay, so being no comments in the public hearing, the town will move forward with the applications, whatever we see fit, to try to acquire funding for our projects. We have a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make the motion to close the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, it's over. Okay, public comments. Thanks, Tom. Okay, first, Tracy got in here quick and got her name on first tonight.
I'm in a hurry.
Tracy Shue.
Oh,
Can't stay. Wish I could. Okay, can you hear me okay?
go for it.
All right. I wanted to speak up about something that I heard at last week's planning board meeting that I hope you can give some thought to on how to handle in the future. It's regarding changes to site plans after planning board approval, and it's what's referred to as field changes. First, I just want to say that I'm not trying to affront the hardworking planning board members or the building inspector. This term has been thrown around for decades, and it's not just in Chester. Back in 2011, on behalf of the Preservation Collective, I provided the town with an issue and some legal advice about field changes, which I'll have, if you could just pass that for the record. The only thing different from then to now is back then, it was the planning board itself who had approved field changes, and as of late, it's from the building department. Unfortunately, there's more than one example, so that's why I think it's warranted to bring to your attention, specifically because it was brought up at the recent planning board meeting. And there really wasn't a consensus that I can tell how best to address the situation going forward. And I don't want to get into who said what or debate about the particulars of each project under concern and whether the changes were significant or not. The bottom line is this, there is nothing in New York State town law or in the town of Chester town code which authorizes the planning board or the building inspector to make anything called field changes. Rather, there's supposed to be a new site plan application for review by the planning board and the consultants if need be, and another hearing if the changes are considered significant. So I'm just bringing this up from the standpoint of protecting the town from legal challenges or environmental issues in the future. I think this is something that if the town board can talk with the planning board, the building department, and the ZBA. So that's what I wanted to do is, on that matter. But speaking of the planning board meetings, I wasn't sure if you were going to announce the upcoming public hearing they scheduled on June 1st. It's for new warehouse additions to 509 Belleville Road sites plan. In this case, I do want to praise the planning board for their decision to hold the hearing rather than determine that the changes were minor and that they could waive the hearing, which seemed to be their discretion in the code. And I wanted to bring that to your attention because I think that's another item that needs review that you might want to put on that list of comprehensive plan suggestions to address in the code because while your planning board, I feel, made the right decision, I don't know what future planning board members, if they were going to interpret the code differently. And by law, planning boards are not allowed to interpret the code. That is the ZBA's job. So I think if there was even a question about it at the planning board, that's something you want to make less vague going forward again with the intent of protecting the town from legal challenges in that decision-making process. So lastly, I just want to encourage the public to attend the planning board meetings or follow them from home if they're going to be live streamed so that they can stay informed of new project approvals. And more importantly, take this opportunity when it's given for public to provide input and questions. I don't want them to underestimate their expertise or perspective. I really think everyone can help improve the outcome of planning new development in our community because we're all in this together. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, next on the list, Larry Dysinger. You're gonna pass? Okay, Larry. Tom, you're next. Tom Becker.
Okay, just want to reach out to everybody and give a thank you to all of the cemetery board members who were involved with the flag sales in Chester, all the people that sold some, sponsorships to the flags, the people who installed the flags today, and for all the people that actually purchased. I think it's a great thing. It looks great in the village right now. And it's one of the only fundraisers the Chester Cemetery does in order to raise funds to maintain the property. So it's very beneficial. And there are still flags available if anybody would like to make any donations to put another flag, put a flag out there. There's, until Sunday, we can still put them out.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That's it for the list.
Anybody on the,
Anyone else? Oh, yeah, anybody at home?
I just have one comment from Veronica Rivers that says thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. Okay, so first thing on the agenda, get down to the nuts and bolts here. We have the standard workday resolution. You got it right here. Okay. So we need a motion to, I guess we adopt this, huh?
Yep.
Adopt the standard workday and reporting resolution for elected and appointed officials. This is a list that shows myself, all the council persons, town clerk, right? town clerk, to highway superintendent, planning board members, and zoning board members.
Only those that participate
Yeah.
in the retirement system.
Okay, yeah, the ones that participate. And so we have myself, Supervisor Valentine, well, it's all the same. Standard workday resolution, 6 hours, all of the above. So it's myself, Cindy Smith, Linda, Walter Papaio, Justin Burgundy, Clifford Patrick, John Riley, and John Gifford. Oh, Bob Courtney and Brandon Holy. Okay, would somebody like to make a motion to adopt the standard workday reporting resolution?
I'll make the motion to adopt standard workday reporting resolution.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay,
And this gets posted.
gets posted? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, next item we have is we had made a motion to release what I improperly labeled a performance bond. The bond for Chesterdale Estates was indeed the maintenance bond that was after the completion of the road. So I have new wording for that. So would somebody like to amend the motion of 511 in regards to Chesterdale Estates to state to release maintenance bond in the amount of $36,866.61 plus interest accrued through May 31st, 2022 on the Chesterdale subdivision project?
I'll make the motion to amend the motion about to release the maintenance bond in the amount of $36,866 plus interest accrued through May 31st, 2022 on the Chesterdale subdivision project.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried. Okay, so we have a party. Somebody wants to have a party. They're the
Mhm.
kind of things I like to vote on. Okay. So we have a letter from, let's see, so it says, the residents of Arthur Road between the intersections of Surrey Road and Bridle Lane are requesting permission or permit to close Arthur Road on July 3rd, 2022 from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. for the purpose of a block party. Below you will find the signatures of all the residents on this block. Thank you for your consideration of this matter, Ross Hunziker and Matthew Garano. 9 Arthur Road and 1 Arthur Road. And I have a list of 9 signatures on here.
And the back.
15 on the back. We got 2-sided pages here. We're trying to save paper. Would somebody like to make a motion to,
Close
Chief,
the road.
everything's okay with this?
Is the 11 o'clock time okay?
It's the first I'm hearing about it, but I don't see any issue closing that
Might be.
based on the way it's set up over there.
Okay. Yeah, everything's loops over there, right? So,
Yeah, it should have been forwarded to you. Maybe it's in your box.
okay, so, okay, does somebody like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the road closing for the block party on Arthur Drive in Surrey Meadows.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, approve surplus police vehicles to be auctioned off.
Mm-hmm, you do.
All right, from the chief, attached a memo requesting permission to auction 2 police vehicles that have or will shortly be replaced. If you have any questions, please let me know. We have a 2017 Ford Police Interceptor utility bearing VIN number so-and-so. The vehicle has over 135,000 miles. It is out of service. A replacement vehicle was placed in service last week. We also have a 2017 Ford Interceptor utility, has over 130,000 miles in it. It is still in service, but the replacement vehicle is expected to be placed in service next week. Do we have a motion to advertise and,
Approve the auction.
Just
what do you want to do? What do you want me to do?
Auction International, right?
I'll make the motion
Do we
to
have to
approve.
declare them surplus first? Or just one deal, right? One?
They
Okay.
are.
Okay, they
They
are.
are surplus.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make the motion to approve the auction for surplus police vehicles, the 2 of
Okay.
them.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carried, okay. Okay. New York Water Assistance Program.
Are they gonna give us
So
for?
that went to Scott, but, since he's not here,
Okay,
because there is a vendor agreement that has to be filed
All
on
right.
that.
he's gonna be here, he's gonna be late, he called me. We'll table that for now. Okay, we have an appointment to make. The library has published looking for a replacement for former board member Carrie Cambria. And it looks like, let's see,
Him,
so here's the letter I
Elsley.
have from Maureen Jagos. Dear Supervisor Valentine, at January 18th meeting of the Chester Public Library Trustees, a motion was made to appoint Hema, do I say your name?
Hema.
Hema? Okay. Okay, Hema. Easily to the vacant position left by Carrie Cambria on December 31st, below my mail letter of interest. Position was posted in the record on December 7th and 8th, 2021. Upon your approval, her term would go into effect immediately at the end of December and end at the end of December 2026. Also, well, just to mention that Cindy O'Connor was reelected president. So everybody was everybody copied on the information?
Yep.
Yep, okay. I've been around here, Cindy's been around a little bit, and we know Emma from her reporting days. So he's been a fair person to us.
Mhm.
And I think she's could be a great asset for the library board.
Good candidate.
So would somebody like to make a motion to appoint?
I'll make the motion to appoint to library trustee Hema Easley.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Congratulations, Emma. Welcome to the board. Okay. Okay, we have a candidate for part-time police officer. Bill Murray, right?
Yeah.
Wait, here it is, right here. Okay, okay, from the chief. We'd like to bring court officer, part-time police officer candidate William Murray to the board. Both judges are aware of his intention. The current court officer Ken Rosenkrantz is no longer available in the afternoon court session on Tuesdays. We'd like to use retired trooper William Murray to cover on Tuesdays. We need to appoint Trooper Murray to
This is just
part-time police. It's a part-time police officer. Would it be his title, Dan?
Yes, part-time police officer, it just would be assigned to the court, but his
Yep.
title is part-time police officer.
Okay, so do we have a motion to hire
William Murray.
William Murray?
I'll make the motion to hire part-time officer William Murray.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's that one.
Can he
Okay.
work as a regular officer also, if necessary, part-time?
He could if he wanted to, he hasn't expressed that interest
Yeah.
yet.
Okay.
But he's newly retired, so
Right.
he changes his mind in the future.
Okay, so the chief has another appointment that he'd like to make. So we made Julia here wait all night for this, so. So he would like to bring in a part-time police clerk candidate, Julia Romano, for consideration for the vacant position created by Simone from her retirement in 2020. What's that?
It's so long.
I know, I guess, with COVID and all, everything got put on the back burner, right? But Dan finds Julia to be a good candidate for the position, and would the board would somebody like to make a motion to appoint?
I'll make the motion to appoint Julia Romano for the part-time clerk in the police department.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Julia, you're on board. Thank you for coming in. Congratulations. Keep an eye on Dan for us over there. All right.
When will she be starting?
Oh, yeah, we got to put a date on that, right? Effective.
We haven't talked about an exact date yet, so that's, you have something in mind?
Come on.
June, you want to just put
Tuesday.
Tuesday? What date is that?
That's the first.
The first.
Okay. Okay, so,
No, isn't that the 31st?
31st, or Wednesday the 1st, whatever's.
okay, somebody like, we're going to amend that motion with the date on it?
I'll make the motion to allow Julia Romano to start June 1st
Okay.
as a part-time clerk for the police department.
Okay, second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We got that straightened out. Okay. Time clock. Bob, you got the lowdown on that?
Yeah, I don't have the exact number, but it's going to be a little under $1,500 to institute a time clock system in here, the town hall, and then the other buildings as well. It's around, I think it's right around $1,500. From what I've read on it, it's going to be face recognition. Then we can
Okay.
put it all on the town phones, so they'll be able to. So, for example, if I work at the theater, I get to the theater, I can.
GPS enabled and all that?
Yeah. It won't have a geo fence around it, but it will know if I woke up in the morning and I punched it from the house on the phones.
Okay.
So, and then the rest will be facial recognition, because we're just talking with the vendor. I don't think we want it, with today's world, touching anything or cards.
Yeah.
I've experienced all that. So the facial recognition is the best thing. You walk up to it, sees who it is, records the time, and that's it.
Okay.
So I guess now we'll be compliant with the controller's office.
Yeah, that's pretty much, in our annual comptroller's report, when we do our audit, pretty much the only thing that ever comes up is a timekeeping system. Our system's a little archaic. So do we want to make a motion to institute the time clock
If
system?
I could just ask a question real quick. Is this multiple systems came in under 1,500, or how many quotes did we get?
It was just this quote, just because this one marries up to the admin system
Okay,
that we have. So,
it made sense.
yeah, it just
Integrates
makes sense. And it's not, if it was, $5,000, $10,000, obviously.
Yeah, it
we'd
wouldn't
have
matter.
to
We
put
don't
it
have
out
to
to
do it
bid,
again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, somebody like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion to institute the timekeeping system for the town.
Okay,
I'll second it.
What is the company on there, Bob?
Latterdam.
Okay. The company that's on the email from,
Yeah, it's Latterdam time quote. Your ladder, it's Latterdam.
okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Did you want to do that?
Yeah, we're gonna do that too. Okay, before we get on to the film and video discussion. Okay, so we had a little special meeting the other day because Stephen Smith was going to be moving, and he was going to resign his position as a seasonal maintenance, field maintenance worker. And I guess his situation has changed, and he would like to retain his position. He would like to rescind his resignation and stay on. So is there somebody that would like to make a motion to allow?
I'll make that motion for Stephen Smith to rescind his resignation.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, is there any discussion on it? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
One abstention. Okay, motion carried. Okay, so we have on here an item that's called film video production discussion. So it's come to our attention through a couple different times. I think it's come up, but right now they're going to be filming a movie or a series in Chester, and they've been going through our billing department and town hall and contacting us about a lot of different details of all that. And Linda had brought it to my attention that some other towns have a code for that. So there's a procedure to follow, maybe permitting, so maybe the insurance documents are provided and all that sort of stuff. So we think that, I think that maybe it would be, prudent on our behalf to come up with a code for the motion picture industry, because all of a sudden.
They're all over here,
is-
Orange County.
Yeah.
Could be a potential cost list too, if we have to have, there's gonna be road closures or, things of that.
Yeah,
nature.
and so Linda was kind enough to print out the Warwick. Warwick has a pretty detailed one. Not too detailed, but I think it's a really good one from reading it. And it has all that stuff in there, if they need police, if they need this, that, and there's reimbursements and all that sort of stuff. I mean, this one they're doing, they're gonna be having helicopter landing, so. So we've had the building department out there and different things, so I just want to bring that to the attention of the board that everybody has a copy of this, so we could start looking at that, and maybe we could put something together and implement that in the near future. Because
We
they're
had a
gonna love
copy
this,
of
they're
that,
gonna love
Linda?
this one so
Did we get a
much that they're
copy?
gonna want to film in Chester
I
all
believe
the
it
time.
was distributed to everyone. It went
I
a
don't-
memo, yeah. There was a memo attached.
Mhm.
Is it an email?
Standard
Read it.
work day. Yeah, I just want to go, what would be a code
No problem.
consist of?
It was in your email. And
What I thought.
I believe, what was the
Please.
name of this one they're filming? It's the
Liability.
Marvelous Miss Maisel, if people watch that on,
Maisel, yep.
so they're gonna film an episode of that here in
Manpower.
Chester. So, yeah, we're really hitting the big times now. We're on Netflix, right?
Already-
Or Amazon or whatever it is. Okay.
We have to provide manpower, is that what they're saying?
No,
No,
that's just an
that's just an
example.
example. That's Warwick's code.
Okay.
Something for you to look at, that's all.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Thank you.
we need to go into executive session. Wait, what do we have on here that is for Scott too? This water thing.
Right.
Is that something we
He
can
was
do?
getting, he'll have a copy in
New York
his
State
file,
Water
so he'll
Assistance
just be
Program.
seeing it for the first
Oh,
time.
okay. We'll just table that. Right, we can table that. Is there any action due by a certain time?
No,
Which one's
maybe
that?
by the next
Yeah,
meeting.
next meeting. We'll get read up on that. So, okay, we do have to go into executive session, attorney-client privilege for litigation. So,
I'll make that
Somebody make a
motion to go
motion?
in executive session.
okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Mr. Elvis?
Okay, we're good? Okay, motion to come out of executive session.
I'll make that motion to come out of executive session.
Do you have a second?
Seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're back from our session here. Couple of items we have to address. First item would be, we want to amend a fee.
Yeah, I'd like to motion to amend the farmer's market fee from, what is it, 40?
Yeah.
To $25
A week.
a week,
Well,
yes.
it was $160 a month.
Was
Was
it?
the actual rate.
Okay,
$25 a week.
so then that would be times, so it would go to 100.
Yes.
Okay, so modify it to that then.
Right.
And that lines up with the daily fee, right? That was
Correct.
Yes.
going on that. Okay. I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to authorize me to sign this New York State Water Assistance Program Agreement. It's been reviewed by town council and found to be acceptable.
That's a great.
Oh, great.
I'll make the motion to, for the supervisor to sign the water, what is it? Excuse me?
Assistance
Water assistance program.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carried. Okay, what else do we have to do? Motion for something else. What else were we doing in there?
That was it.
Who was it?
That's it, okay. All right. So next thing we have, education requests.
Not I,
None. Okay, none. Reports?
not I.
No reports?
There's none from the highway department again?
No reports.
No.
Not received any.
It's the end of the month. only
They
do
didn't do it in the
Yeah,
beginning of the
we're
month
supposed to
either.
send one for this next meeting. I'll follow up tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just jump up to town board comments.
Do you want to touch base on the Sugarloaf Water District?
Oh, that's right, Tom. That's right. I wrote a note on that. So what did I do with that? Bid spec. Okay, yes. I forgot about this. Tom has got a bid specification put together for the Sugarloaf water well improvement.
Yep, so we have the improvement specifications for that, but the total cost of this is going to be over probably $25,000. So it's brought to my attention by Linda that we have to go out with a sealed bid
Yep.
to do this. And the purpose behind packaging everything together is to, once we take the well out of service, is to bring it back online as quickly as possible and not do it piecemeal.
Yep.
So if you want, I don't know if we need an approval to do this, to go out to do that bid process, or
Yep, so we make a motion to go out to bid on the bid packet that you, that's,
that was put together by Tom Cusack.
I'll make the motion to go out to bid for the bid package by Tom Cusack for the water.
Sugarloaf water. well
Sugarloaf.
improvements.
So the
A second.
date- There's a date in this document? June
Yeah, that could be
17th?
changed.
Well, you would need to
Motion.
note that, because that would have to go out into the advertisement
Yep.
for it.
Okay,
And then if there's specifications, that would have to be made available for anyone who wants to bid on the project.
okay.
So,
So I'll get whatever information you need together for you, and I'll make sure that
have
everything's,
Scott review it.
okay. I'll forward it over to Scott, and then he can forward it back over to you.
Great.
We're all set.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
all right. All right, so next thing up then would be reports. We don't have any reports, no education
We have
requests.
a couple of announcements.
Announcements. We have the shred event. I have that.
That's one, yep.
We're shredded.
Okay, Town of Chester Town Clerk announces Town of Chester Town-wide shred event, Friday, July 8th, 2022, 10 to 12 noon. Town of Chester Town Hall, 1786 Kings Highway, Chester. All residents with proper identification are welcome to bring their unwanted paper documents during these hours for secure and proper destruction. For more information, call 469-7000, extension 4, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Everyone asks.
Yes. Orange County Household Hazardous Waste and Operation Safe Scripts Pharmaceutical Collection Event, Saturday, June 11th from 9 to 3, rain or shine. This one is at the Port Jervis High School, lower parking lot. Sponsored by Orange County DPW, Orange County Sheriffs, County Executive Steve Newhouse, and the New York State DEC. What to bring? Big list here, oil, and now, okay, so everybody should remember, it used to be you couldn't bring latex paint, but it says now you can.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Okay, oil, and now wet latex paint.
And fluorescent bulbs.
Yes, and a new thing on here is fluorescent bulbs, so no lightsaber fights with those in the driveway. Right?
Listen to them pop.
Yeah, and then the pharmaceuticals, we definitely want to get those out of the hands of little ones. Bring your pharmaceuticals in, and don't flush them down the toilet because they are a contaminant. Okay.
Oh, no, I just want you to do 811 Dig Safely,
What is this? This is.
you know, for Dig Safely.
Oh, yes. So Orange and Rockland has been delivering natural gas to its customers reliably and efficiently for 75 years through an extensive underground network of transmission, distribution, and service pipes that is virtually unparalleled as a safe and secure method of transporting energy. Through 1,881 miles of pipeline, ONR serves more than 140,000 natural gas customers in New York. We work closely with government regulators and industry organizations to make sure that we operate our pipeline system as safely and responsibly as possible, according to federal, state, and local regulations. I'm writing today as part of our overall public awareness efforts and is required by the Pipeline Safety Improvement Act of 2002 and the resulting amendments. I have enclosed a brochure that overview of natural gas safety program, recognizing and responding to pipeline emergencies. You should know the greatest risk to underground natural gas pipelines is accidental damage during excavation work. That's why we frequently remind everyone, from contractors to landscapers to highway departments to weekend gardeners, to contact UDIG New York, so the location of all underground utilities can be marked before excavation begins to prevent injury and damage. It's a simple call to 811, 2 to 10 days prior to any digging activities. Should you smell gas or suspect a gas leak, call our gas emergency hotline at 1-800-533-5325. It's also important to note that while most underground pipelines run along a public street, some may also pass through backyards and open fields. The building of swimming pools, fences, and other encroachments on these right-of-ways can inhibit our ability to respond to emergencies to the pipeline, eliminate third-party damage, provide surveillance, and perform routine maintenance. For everyone's safety, right-of-ways must be respected. Okay. If you'd like to learn more about natural gas systems, visit us at www.oru.com or call customer service 877-434-4100. Okay. That's it on the notices.
I just need you to sign,
Yep.
this is the agreement.
Yep.
License.
You're welcome. Okay, let's hit it off with town board comments.
Supervisor, do you want maybe the county legislator?
Oh, okay, yeah, Glenn, would you like to speak tonight before I go to these boring board members up here?
Wait, he might be boring.
Yeah, he might be more boring, that's true. I didn't think about that, but.
Could be.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Anyhow, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Supervisor. Just a couple things on Sewer District Number 1, which I know affects most of Chester. There's going to be 4 proposals brought up at our next Sewer District meeting, which they have not announced a date yet. It will be sometime in June. I will try to get that out to someone on the board, maybe you, Bob, and you could share it with your board members
Okay.
and the community, whoever may want to attend that. So we'll see how much it's going to cost and which proposal we're going to go with at that meeting.
It's gonna be pricey, you know that.
It is going to be expensive, unfortunately. The other thing is at Steve Newhouse's State of the County address a few minutes ago, he announced that Camp Laguardia will be a county park in the near future. So they are going to.
They're not going to sell it.
They're not going to sell
Here
it.
comes pickle.
As long as we get a few more legislators on board, we have 10 as of tonight. I'm sure we'll have a few more in the very near future. So myself and Katie Benelli from Blooming Grove, that's the two towns involved. And Supervisor Valentine, of course, I spoke to him about it. We're all on board. So this should be a good thing for the town of Chester.
Is there any kind of plan, or is this just something very preliminary that they?
Very preliminary. As of now, we're going to keep it. We're going to call it a park, a county park, and we'll hire a professional planner.
What was the thought process going into making it a park and not selling it?
The thought process was traffic. Traffic was the big one.
Traffic and sewer, probably.
Traffic, sewer, and water.
Yep.
It's a hurdle for all developers. There was some decent offers on the table. The county decided it'd be better to haven't built a county park in 25 years, I think they said. So it's time. We're going to get a county park.
I mean, myself personally, as the supervisor, I'd like to, say that I'm really not happy with the fact that we're going to lose that rateable, and that, the county taxpayers are going to have to eat that $8 million price tag, plus it's probably going to cost millions to tear down what's there and improve it. So just, as far as money goes, I'm disappointed in that aspect of it. I'm not against parks, so I can't say that I don't like the idea of having a park, but I would like to see a park there that would bring people and revenue in some form or fashion, and not just another piece of property like the county has all over Chester that just sits uselessly and is not used to its potential. We have a lot of county property in Chester that its potential is wasted, and it's just there.
Is there,
The newer buildings out there.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, it sounds like the newer buildings aren't going to be utilized.
yeah, I just want it on record that, my feelings.
is there going to be any public input as to what the,
I'm certain there will be once we hire a planner to come up with a master plan, and then we'll ask for input.
okay,
It's going to be a long process, but
okay. So
as
just,
Supervisor Valentine and I discussed, we think this is the better alternative.
okay, so,
I
well,
mean,
just,
there are big access issues to Camp Laguardia. That's been one of the stalling points on a lot of the projects that have been brought forward for the project. I mean, the access there through Gray Court is it's not a good access. It's dismal.
I think the traffic,
At best.
the traffic is a big thing. I
And
know.
the fact that
The traffic
the
big
state is
concern.
going to abandon exit 127,
Yeah.
not
Ms.
so
Worship.
far off, even makes it worse. It's all wetlands from the quick way in there. There's challenges, so, but like I said, I'm disappointed in what could be the potential revenue for the town. And maybe the county can make it up to us somehow, though. You never know.
We'll talk in the future. Any questions for me at all, other than that?
I just have county legislation for PDR, that resolution that usually gets passed every year. It never got passed this year in time for the session.
The one from last year is still sitting in Albany,
Oh, it is.
next to the one from the
year before.
year
And year
before and the year before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's sitting next to the one for the statewide as well. I think they're all sitting together,
Okay,
not going anywhere.
gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start down at your end of the table tonight, Brandon.
Yeah, biggest thing really is Supervisor Valentine and Councilman Courtney and I all met with the governor's liaison for the Hudson Valley, Pavan. That's how you pronounce it, right? Pavan? Pavan, yeah. Great guy. Good meeting. We mostly met about the Chester's PDR legislation that we have hopefully being presented up in the state. We relayed our concerns and our thoughts on the legislation, why it matters to us as a town, and we really just made the best case possible, I think, in trying to convince the governor's office to be supportive of this if it so happens to come across her desk. It's still a fight. Maybe some of you know, I've been posting about it on Facebook a lot. I've been tracking the bill with Senator Senator Skoufis's office and Colin Schmidt, Assemblyman Schmidt's office. It's moving through right now. There's a lot of bumps on the road, but we're trying to get through it. And hopefully the governor sees this as an important part of the overall legislation this year, and hopefully decides to go along with it if it comes across her desk. But besides that, we also talked about some other legislation, like what's it called, the double tax issue we have for the people in the Warwick Library School District, so on and so forth, which he seemed pretty supportive of, and I think the governor's office should be supportive as well. And then we also went and gave him a tour of the town a little bit, mostly along 17M, so he can feel the bumps on the road, and hopefully relay to our DOT office here, based out of Poughkeepsie, that this needs to get done. There's a lot of talk about what's going to be happening with the pavement going from Monroe to Chester and stopping in Chester and not doing that, our main road there. Hopefully we made the case to that as well. And we just went over a couple big issues that the governor's office and the state in general can make a difference here in Chester. So hopefully we did an okay job with that. But did I miss anything, guys?
Yeah, thanks for putting that meeting together, Brandon.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Cindy.
I'm not done. That was just the biggest thing.
Slow down.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking after we just had our school board elections, and we don't have a liaison to the school board or the school district in general, correct?
No, but you have 4 school districts in the town of Chester.
Right.
Right, so pick one.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking it'd be possibly a good idea to have liaisons to our school districts, Monroe, Warwick, Chester. So just wanted to bring that up to the board and see if we can't talk about that in the future and possibly institute that.
I actually was, because I've been thinking about it for some time now, because the school board, I believe, has the meetings the same night we do.
Yes.
Chester board.
So I was going to, I had a plan, and I'm going to reach out to the newly elected school board members to see if we can try to bridge that. Because to your point, I think there has to be some dialogue from our seats and their seats.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we can get meet times and days of meetings changed, but I think it's a start that we have to try to bridge that gap, because
I mean, the one school board that we probably do have the most dialogue would be with Chester.
Yeah.
When they need, a building to use for something, or we need their fields. I mean,
Yeah.
there's pretty open, our fields, there's open dialogue there, but other districts are kind of like,
Their own,
I've spoken to Monroe a couple of times for different things, but
their way out.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know the president of the school board personally, so I'd like to volunteer my services with that, and maybe Councilman Courtney and I can talk to him about the whole meeting issue. But yeah, there's that. Along with the governor's office, I've also continued the fight with the DOT about the road. Farmers market, please come out to the farmers market. We just had our first really good turnout, I think. I think Cindy might want to touch on that more. Kiwanis 5K race happening this Saturday. So if you haven't signed up already, I will be there running again. So if you guys want to see a show, I'll be there. Sugarloaf Spring Festival and Savage Wonderfest happening this weekend. So make sure you guys come out to that. It's going to be a pretty big event. I'm working, I think I mentioned this before, I'm working on with the Warwick Humane Society, a pet adoption day. We're trying to get something together for June 18th. It's coming up fast, so hopefully more on that soon. Look out for a post from me or something like that, or the next meeting. And is there any movement on the ethics?
I have not put that together yet.
Okay. And then the ward system, is there anything on that?
Are you done?
Not yet.
There's no movement on the wards either.
No.
Yeah, it was a question.
Liar,
What?
liar.
Oh, you spoke to Ben? Oh,
I'm on top
maybe
of
there
that.
is. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then lastly, I just wanted to say the citizens recognition. I do want to try to get something about that. I know I spoke to everybody else about it. I want to see if we can't get some great citizens to come out here and recognize their.
Caps on it.
I got a couple thoughts on it.
Okay, that's it for me. I am done now.
You're up, Cindy.
All right, so we had the farm market opening up. We do need more vendors. The ones that were there, they appreciated, they said they'd come back. I did get a certificate of merit from the office of Assemblyman Colin Schmidt, which was presented. And hopefully I'll get a picture and a little press release, not this week, but next week I'll get it in for our farm market. The ward system, I contacted the planning board, the Orange County Planning Board. Was it Alan Sorensen to start with? And he connected me with his assistant, Megan, and she said she would put something together to go forward with the ward system. So I'll be working with her. She was going to be off for a couple weeks, so more towards the middle of June. I'll get back in touch with her. I also got in touch with the commissioner, the Parks Commissioner, Jim Brooks from Orange County. And he said, send them the dimensions to put lines for a pickleball up at Camp Laguardia on the blacktop. So I did that. Linda scanned that for me today. So he has that. So I'll have to see how long that takes for him to get his guys out there to put the lines out. Todd, did we get the RFP to send out for?
Set up the bid and probably Monday advertise.
We're going to advertise for bid to redo the tennis courts here in Carpenter Field in Chester. And do we have anything for painting? I know the courts were going to get the money
Yeah,
for.
we're gonna get.
Do we have anything scheduled or anybody
No,
to
nothing
do it?
scheduled yet.
Well,
I spoke to Judge Hayslip this morning about the room, and maybe we're actually even considering maybe, don't everybody get too excited about this, but maybe doing something with this paneling.
oh, you don't like the 1970
Yeah.
paneling, huh?
Yes.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. But were they going to schedule somebody to do it, or were
No, we're
you
gonna do it together.
going to do it
So,
together?
yeah.
Okay, so, there we go. That was it.
All right. Bob, how about you?
First, Brandon, I want to thank you for setting up that meeting. I mean, I think we have to continue, anyone that will listen to us, to get our message loud and
Tell
clear.
everyone, yeah.
I mean, and that was like we had a good visit today. The only thing I really have was just pushing forward with the film festival.
Bob's car was awful dirty though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I hate that.
It was, I think I got some allergies from it.
Thanks, Brandon.
No.
Just continue on with the film festival. I think we're another week away till we can go out and start to.
It's coming up quite a bit online. I
Sponsorship.
noticed.
Yeah, we have, I think when I talked to him, I think when we were here Friday, I told you there's 6 films already submitted. One is from Iran or Afghanistan. And so this is reaching around the world. So it's going to be, but I was told, don't look at the submission. Don't worry about that, because I'm always going, they said it, as this all comes, it's going to, it'll be huge. So, I mean, that's all I really have. I've just been kind of doing that, and you and I are in negotiations. So,
Yep.
that's really been it.
Okay. Tony, what do you have down there, Dr. Tony?
Yeah, last Wednesday, we met with the Orange County Department of Health. The commissioner came down here to talk to us about several things, including the COVID coming back slowly. She just wants everybody else to know that the Department of Health is there for everybody, whether you're a senior citizen, you're a young adult with psych problems. The number's out there. Give them a call. They're there to help you.
Yes. Okay. One thing I have to bring up is it's a momentous occasion, is that we signed the lease on the library.
No way.
So, yeah. So after several years of negotiation, we finally come to terms, and the library has leased out for $1 to the library for a long time. So, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So whatever, it's done, and we wish them the best in the library. Hopefully the grant money will start pouring in. So, okay.
Linda, just to make note, please, I don't think I'll make it back in time to be at the next meeting.
Okay.
I'll be away for a few days. Oh, and also, I forgot, wait a minute, I met Lou.
Oh, I think I met Luke first. We already all
But
talked
I
about
met
it.
her. But I asked if she could come and visit us for whether the next meeting, so she can,
That'd be
so the
great.
board can meet her. That was something you were gonna give us a yes or a no on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want to
I
speak?
said
Is that
a
yes,
few quick
is
public
the
service
answer or
announcements.
yes?
Yeah, step
If I
right
can.
up, please.
The first is to follow up on the event that you were talking about before in Port Jervis on June 11th. If any of our residents are just simply looking to get rid of prescription medication, there is a drop box in the lobby of the police department that's available anytime anybody's at the station. So there's no need to drive to Port Jervis on a Saturday. And then second, as Councilman Holdridge mentioned, there are 2 events scheduled this Sunday in Sugarloaf. Kings Highway will be closed from the bypass to Belleville Road. And if the event is as large as the organizer anticipates, I would expect that there will be traffic delays in the area as well. So if you're not choosing to come to the festivals, pick an alternate route. And finally, on Monday, May 30th at 11 a.m., our American Legion Post 1167 is holding their annual Memorial Day services at the Main Street Firehouse, which are open to the public. So that's Monday at 11 a.m. Is there a community day on? And yes, that also will occur before the next meeting as well. Chester's Community Day will be 12 to 4 on Saturday, June 4th, which is also coming up very quickly. But that's at Chester Commons Park, Saturday, June 4th from 12 to 4. A number of public safety displays, some
interesting for
various
kids, too.
other booths. Yep, I believe the National Guard is going to have a climbing wall there, and we're expecting a number of food trucks and some music as well. So it should be a good day for the kids and for the adults as well.
When is the Memorial Day?
It's
That is
11
Monday,
o'clock at the
Monday,
firehouse.
11 a.m. at the Main Street Firehouse.
Who actually sponsors the community day? Is it?
The police department kind of takes the lead on
Takes
it,
the lead
but
on it,
I mean, it's everybody that participates is
Right,
is
right, but
an
then,
equal sponsor in it because we couldn't do it without everybody else's
Right.
participation as well. But we do take the lead on planning a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, and on the day of the festival in Sugarloaf, that is also, it's not just the Savage Wonderfest, it's also the
Spring
Festival.
Correct.
for Sugarloaf
Yep.
itself,
Chamber
for
of
the-
Commerce.
For the stores, so yeah.
So the Spring Festival, the vendors will start selling at 10 a.m. and then the Savage Wonder Festival opens at noon.
And that goes to 10 o'clock at night.
Savage Wonder Festival goes till 10 o'clock at night. We're anticipating the road closure until around 7 or 8.
So
Oh,
when
okay.
exactly do they shoot the guy out of the cannon?
Yeah,
At the
there's
start
a,
He
and at
volunteered.
6, I
Oh,
think
they
they
do it
said at
twice?
noon, and again, yeah, at 6
They didn't tell
PM.
you you were the second shot.
I'll do it. What the hell?
You've been shot in the dark before, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Actually have a question I forgot to ask during for the engineer. I noticed the Monroe is opening their dog park, so it makes me jealous. I wanted to know if there's anything survey for the dog park. Okay, and anything with the playground as well. Any updates or no? Gotcha. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, you know that, the account, we did form that account as
Yep.
well, so that's all done.
Yep.
Anybody online? Oh, no, we're done with that, right? Yeah, but-
I think that's a better wrap for tonight then. Would somebody like to make a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make the motion to close the meeting.
We have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Done.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching at home and
Participate.
here, present, and have a great night. Enjoy the nice weather.